Are you ready to go dry camping?
You didn't even make coffee this morning. No, I can't go dry camping and no coffee. I mean, this is dry camping.
Okay, I am going to run and cut one property. Did you get all your work done this morning?
I finished 2 chapters in Luke. I worked on 6 recipes. And I previewed a video for 2 Crazy Campers, so yeah!
Okay, well, I'm gonna go cut one property. I will be back in an hour. Get ready to go camp with no electricity and no full hookups.
No!
Are you ready?
Well, I got messy hair, don't care, and I've tried to dress as cool as possible.
There's our permit.
We're legal.
So we're going to a free campground. It's DuPuis Campground.
DuPuis.
It's a water management area.
Well, they have French vanilla coffee. Hi, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are
two crazy campers. After losing a combined weight of more than 200 pounds.
We realized we had so much more energy for activities.
Come along with us as we explore the great outdoors.
And join us on a brand new adventure. And today's adventure was a little bit frightening, as I do not like to upset people and we didn't know where to park.
So we got here to the campground. Now this is part of the South Florida Water Management District. So it is completely free. All you have to do is go fill out a permit form, and you have to show up with a permit form. Though they say you can have it on your phone, I printed it out, and I'm glad. Because we got here, and we drove around. We found what I think is a super nice campground area.
Yeah.
And this nice guy comes from across the street, and he was like, have you guys ever been here before? And we're like, no. And he's like, you're not really in a spot.
We enjoy this entire parking lot worth of space. I'm sure you do, ma'am and sir, but however, this is not a spot. So yeah, this is our first boondocking experience, and I would probably advise a trip to whoever the campground host is. If this is your first time, like it was our first time, and just say like, hey, I know this sounds silly, but like, what is the spot?
Well, we didn't even know where the campground host was.
Look for that person.
And when we came in, there's a combination lock here, and I had the wrong code. I was looking, there's a place down on the bottom where it says lock code, so we're putting that in, and somebody comes up behind us, she's like, oh, no, it's a different code, it's up on top of the paper. So we were able to get in, and we drove around, and yeah, the guy was like, listen, the campground host, she's a stickler.
Yeah.
And so no sooner does he say that, and we were just starting to unhook, and she comes over and she's like, you gotta be behind the post.
Yeah.
So she's like, you're in a good area, but you have to back up.
But close only, what is it? It only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah.
You're not close enough.
Yeah. But overall, this is a really nice area.
Thankful to the helpful campers around us. So there's the thing. Like, this is a nice group of people, and I have a feeling that boondockers as general are just kind of like nice folks that, you know, are willing to help.
Yeah, so we're going to be here for just a couple of days. We just want to experience it. We figured it's good. It's completely free. We brought our generator. Of course, we decided to try dry camping the first time when it's December and it's 85 degrees outside.
But you cannot plan Florida weather. If we had done this last week, we would be in like 60 degrees, 50 degrees.
Yeah.
But, you know, this is probably actually a more realistic view of South Florida boondocking, because the temperatures are not 100 degrees, but they're also not 50, and you can never count on 50.
Yeah, and considering we're going to do the Tampa RV show, and we're going to be camping on the fairgrounds, and that's complete dry camping, we wanted to have our first experience be here. But we do have the generator, so we've got the air conditioner running. You're not allowed to run the generator from, 11 o'clock?
11 to 7.
11 to 7. So we've got our fans, we've got our solar panels up.
Working so far.
We've got a solar generator, which is a 500-watt rock pile. And we're going to be good overnight, so we're going to experience it. And then in this video, we're going to do a 5 things review of the DuPuis Campgrounds.
I wish I had a little more time with you, baby. Time to figure out what this could be. to what used to be home. Passing by those little towns I know so well. Stopping for gas and then I'm behind the wheel again. Driving is like a spiritual cleanse, where every mile is a new beginning and every bend holds a new end. Eyes on the road, don't lose control. I'm speeding fast to chase my soul. I'm driving to get away, running through emotions high and low, holding on or letting go. I'm fighting another day. The neon lights in the fast lane life, riding high, reaching for the sky. I had it all but lost and fell back down again. Spent my time playing the game, where every single day was a losing battle and every drink was a dead end. Eyes on the goal, don't lose control. I'm living fast, I've lost my soul. I'm driving to get away, running through emotions high and low, holding on or letting go. I'm fighting another day. How did I get caught? The walls are caving in. How come I got lost in this endless spin? Why do I feel so empty deep within? Where did I go wrong? Eyes on the goal, don't lose control. I'm living fast, I lost my soul. I'm driving to get away, running through emotions high and low, holding on or letting go. I'm fighting another day. Eyes on the road, don't lose control. I'm speeding fast to chase my soul. I'm driving to get away, running through emotions high and low, holding on or letting go. I'm fighting another day, heading back to what used to be home, where every mile is a new beginning and every bend holds a new end.
So how did the flight go? What's that face? Oh my gosh, did you break it?
I had a flyaway.
What is that? Like a hair issue?
Well, let's be positive about this. So, a flyaway is, I launched it, there was some magnetic interference, and it just took off
Oh my
and
gosh.
hit a tree.
Oh no.
But at least it didn't hit a person.
Yeah, like
So,
seriously.
Because like these things will tear you up.
What is
So-
a magnetic interference? Like
Well,
you ran
it all
into
works by compasses, and
you
like,
ran into
so-
Magneto?
All I know is, yeah, the camera's gone. Like, no camera. Both these arms are broken. Fortunately, I have insurance, so that'll cover this.
Oh man.
And I still have a backup drone. Let's do this 5 things review of DuPuis Campground. I think I'm saying that right.
I think so. I like that name.
So if you're new to our channel, we review all campgrounds based on 5 things. We're gonna talk about hospitality, amenities, the campsites themselves,
Stuff to do.
and finally,
would we recommend it?
so let's start off with number 1, hospitality. There's not much to say about it. So the way this campground works is you go online and you have to register with the site one time. And then after you register, you just go in and you say, I want to get a permit for this particular campground. I'll leave a link for all of that down below.
You usually get to stay like 8 days.
You can stay up to 8 days, or your permit's good for 8 days. And once you fill everything out, you tell them when you want to come. They have 25 permits for each of the sections. 25 permits for this section, and then 25 permits for the other side as well.
Oh, here comes the sun.
And here comes the sun. And then what's going to happen is they're going to send you an email with your permit, which you have to print out and bring with you. And on the top of the permit is a combination lock code.
For the gate.
And that's to get in the gate. So when you get in here, you're kind of like self-set up, sort of.
Sort of. And there are some guides when you come in that you're looking for.
Signs.
Now, as far as hospitality goes, you've got the campers and then you have the campsite host.
Right.
Who is kind of just making sure that everybody's on an actual site.
Right.
And that will vary depending on who the campsite host is.
Yes. So when we got here, as we said earlier,
we didn't know what we were doing.
We didn't know what we were doing. This is the first time we've ever dry camped. And the sites weren't clearly marked. We were looking at like, oh, there's a fire pit and a picnic table. That must be a site. But there are specific sites, at least over here on the non-equestrian side.
Like a post, and you have to park between the posts.
Right. And this nice gentleman comes over and he goes, you guys are not parked in a spot, and I want to try to get you before the camp host comes over, because she is a stickler for the rules. And yeah, she did come over.
Before we could get in our car.
Once she understood, though, that, okay, it's our first time.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, and we moved. All we had to do is back up. She said we were just too far forward. You have to be between the posts. But overall, not bad. Now, you talked about hospitality with campers.
Wow.
If you want to just socialize with fellow campers, this is the place to come.
This is definitely the friendliest campsite we've been at so far out of all the places that we've stayed.
I think some of it has to do with the dry camping, boondocking community. Everybody here is self-sufficient. Everybody's got solar panels. Everybody's super friendly. Like, you go for a walk, next thing you know, you're talking for an hour.
It's nice.
With somebody. It's really, really nice. There are a few spots, though, which we'll talk about when we get to the campgrounds, where if you don't want to be near everybody, you can kind of go off by yourself.
Yeah.
But overall, hospitality here is pretty good.
Really nice.
Number 2, the amenities. For a free campground,
pretty freaking nice.
Super impressed.
Clean showers, clean campsites.
So there's 2 separate. We're just going to talk really about the non-equestrian side, because we're not over on the equestrian side, so I don't know much about that side.
But I will say that for the horses, the stalls and the barns
big
were
run areas,
really, really nice places where you can wash your horse and give it a shower for free. And all of the stalls were very clean. I looked in there.
We can say that. But there's 2 sets of bathrooms. One, which is kind of over here in the back corner near the campground host. You're going to look at the building, and it looks like something out of Friday the 13th.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not going in there.
But when you go in, you're like, oh my gosh.
They put wood floors in.
Vinyl floors, like the wood, like we have in our campers.
New toilets,
like nice clean showers. So don't judge the building from the outside. But then over on the other corner of the campground, super nice, clean amenities, 4 showers, which are unisex, and they have their own door entrance, and there's a sitting area, super clean.
Again, free. This is free to be here.
This is a free campground. All you have to do is the permit. In addition, so there's no hookups here.
No.
But there are hoses. So if you're going to just do some tent camping, there's little spigots where you can go over and get some water to wash your dishes and things like that.
Yeah.
But you can't hook up your hose to like the water line, obviously. There's only a few of them. There's a dump station. Are you ready to learn how to do a dump?
No. Still no.
When are you going to learn how to dump?
Let me check. Never. I am so impressed by that. Because, we're not going home taking all of our stuff with us.
Right. I mean, I did figure out how to legally dump the RV at our house. I did check into it, and we can legally dump into our clean out of our sewer. But if I don't have to go home and lug our black tank all the way back home.
Or find a camping world.
Or find a camping world or a pilot or something like that. It's awesome. All you have to do is have a permit, and you can, on your way out, go dump your black and your gray tanks.
Very nice.
So again, for a free campsite, I think it's incredible.
Also, we have been able to get self-service.
Yeah, all three companies. We did put up our tower, but we did 2 live streams for over an hour. On T-Mobile, I had 150 megabit per second download speed, which is better than most people's home internet.
I was going to say, we were joking that it went smoother here than it does even at home.
Yeah, so no problem with any internet. I think the worst one was Cricket/AT&T, but even there, speed test was showing somewhere around 25, 28 megabits per second, which is more than enough if you want to stream movies, everything like that. So the only thing, I guess we can talk about amenities. It's in amenities / stuff to do. Make sure you come fully equipped. Because there's nothing else around here. Like the closest gas station is 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
The closest Walmart is an hour away. So I would highly advise, if you're bringing your generator, which we did, bring gas with you.
Yeah.
I would even say the closest gas station, depending on how gas guzzler your rig is, like we get 8 to 9 miles to a gallon, I would show up with an extra 5 gallons just to kind of make sure you have enough gas to get to the next gas station
to get
on
out of
your
here.
way out.
Yeah, exactly.
So number 3, the campsites themselves. This is nicer than most of the state parks that we have stayed at.
Yeah, it really is.
You're staying on grass, so there is no dirt coming in your campsite. The worst thing that you have to worry about is stepping on an ant pile.
I didn't even have to do like vacuuming and mopping my floors until we were ready to leave. And that is a first. Usually I am like sweeping and vacuuming and mopping twice a day.
Yeah. Now, the thing about it is, it's kind of hard over here on the non-equestrian side to figure out your campsites. You have to look for these little yellow poles, which we showed you in the drive around. And some sites are really big and some sites are very small.
And it's first come, first serve.
So there's 25 permits issued for each day. And there's, I believe, 27, if I remember right. I showed it in the video. I think there's 27 or 28 actual campgrounds.
But unlike some of the other videos we're going to put out, reviewing campsites, you may have your site set on one based on this video, but I can't guarantee that you're going to get it because you can't reserve that site.
Yeah, now if you're coming with solar, some of them are like where we're at.
Full
like
sun.
There's a couple of spots right behind us, full sun, great for
This would be
solar.
great.
There's other ones, complete shade, no solar, so you're definitely going to need your generator if you want to recharge your batteries and stuff like that. Overall, I think they're really nice. Some of them are, like we said, like close to each other. Some of them are spread apart. Some of them are better for tent camping.
Yeah.
So you just kind of got to drive around, and once you understand the pole, and there is actually a number on the pole that says it's like campsite number 2 from here, and then it goes when it points,
arrow.
and that's just going to the next pole.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of room. I'm super impressed with the campsite.
Me too.
Now, with that being said,
And it was level. I mean, it's grass and ground, but it was level.
I think we were off by a ½ inch left to right, which is like nothing. Especially for a free campground. So with that being said, let's get into number 4, stuff to do, because when we first got here, Rachel was like,
This is a parking lot.
this is a parking lot.
A grassy
What are we
one.
going to do?
Yeah, but if you just go 2 or 3 minutes down the road, you can get into very extensive hiking trails. If you are an equestrian camper, there are tons of horse trails. We've seen people riding horses all over the place.
There's endless bike trails.
And just a couple of minutes down the road is gorgeous fishing
Yeah.
and water. And if you
Lake
are
Okeechobee.
and if you are a drone pilot, oh my goodness, bring your drone. Don't crash it like Joe did, but bring your drone because it is absolutely breathtaking water views.
Yeah, that being down there, we didn't see that until yesterday, and we went down there and we were just like, you can go picnic there.
Yes.
There's people who are just pulling up and parking their cars along the water, and you just see lots of people going fishing for crappie and other fish. There's little picnic stations.
But there's like a cliff view because
Yes.
there's all these rocks at the bottom and so much just vast water that really looks like ocean, even though
Yep.
it's a lake. It was so relaxing.
And then even in here, there is like a path that runs around just inside of the campground that I see people every morning are taking their daily runs. There's paths and different trails that will go through the woods. If you go to the other entrance, they have bike riding. You can go hiking. You can go horseback riding.
You can go hunting.
Yeah, they have a whole hunting season. There's a whole list on there of like what the different seasons
Turkeys and I mean different things, like there's archery ones and there's muzzleloader
Yep.
season
And they have a season for the deer, the season for the turkey,
Wild
a season
hogs.
for wild hogs, which we saw a wild hog coming up here.
I think the hog was sleeping next to a vulture.
Yeah, Yeah, that's
Or
true.
the
But we
vulture
did
was
see a
eating him.
wild hog, which we did not see when we went over to Mayaca. So
That
we
is true.
finally saw at least evidence of a hog
They're here.
that like wasn't just digging up ground.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really cool. So you can actually come over here, drop your RV, and then go down the street and go hunting during hunting season.
Yeah.
And just everything, again, completely free. You just need to have your hunting licenses and stuff. So there
Nice.
is a lot to do here, especially if you want to just get back to nature. So number 5, would we recommend this campground? And this is going to be a very special one because
First time.
this is our first time dry camping / boondocking, and Rachel was terrified to do it.
I was really expecting to hate it. And I was also expecting that it was going to be a beggars can't be choosers situation. Like, well, if it's free and it's dumpy and dirty, then like you'll just deal with it because you didn't pay anything for it.
Right.
So you can imagine my surprise when the amenities were beautiful and the people were super hospitable and the campsites were very level, and it was just a really great experience. And I'm glad that my first boondocking experience was here and not at like a Cracker Barrel or Walmart parking lot.
Okay,
to
so
be
with that
honest.
being said, forget recommending to them would they come here. Would you, as a person who was opposed to dry camping,
Yes.
come back to this campground?
This definitely made me feel like I can boondock.
Okay.
Like it's only an hour from my house or hour and a half. So that felt reasonable. It's not too far away, you know, it's for a weekend warrior like us. Now, I do think that you need to make sure you have all your supplies before
Yeah.
you get here, because I would have been upset if we needed something to eat or extra gas and we were lacking because you are so kind of like far out there.
Right.
But that's the experience you're kind of wanting, right?
That's right.
Just pack all of your gear. Now, we're here in December and I'm loving it, and it's like reasonable temperatures, but I will say I don't know if I'd be super keen on visiting here June, July, August when the mosquitoes and the heat are at its highest level.
Right.
Because we did get a few mosquito bites, and that usually ruins a camp trip for me.
Yeah.
Or even going outside.
So with the heat thing, we did bring our generator. We have the Predator 3500 generator, and we do have the soft start on the top of the AC to make it not drain the generator so much. And we basically ran the generator every day from about 8 o'clock to about 10 o'clock. We only left it so long because we were doing our live streaming and stuff, which we forgot to mention in the amenities hospitality section. The generator rules here are quiet hours, so no generator from 11 o'clock at night to 7 in the morning,
Yeah.
which is pretty
Reasonable.
good. You can get the camper super cold, and then just we had the max air fan, and that really kept us cold all night long.
It did.
But again, I don't know if I would do it in the summer where it's like 90 degrees while you're sleeping.
Yeah.
But at this time of the year, no problem getting through the night without the AC. But I think it's great. I would highly recommend this. I plan on coming back here a lot, especially because it's an hour and a half. The campsites are awesome. Everything is great about it. The worst thing is you can't run a generator overnight, but so long as you have full tanks of propane and you've got a couple of batteries, you're gonna be great all night long.
Yeah, I actually think this is nicer than some of the state parks that we've, or not state parks, but county parks that we've
Absolutely.
paid to stay at.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, that's going to end this 5 Things review. Let us know down in the comment section if you have ever been to DuPuis Campground. Also, let us know of any other free camping areas that you know of in Florida that we can kind of go hit.
Yeah.
So if you like seeing videos like this, please make sure you subscribe to our channel and also hit the like button on this video because it really helps grow our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell button. That way, every single time we upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it.
Until next time,
Happy camping!